Ever get that feeling? Like when you're looking up at the stars and you just think, man, there's got to be more going on out
Oh,
there.
yeah, all the time.
Well, tonight we're going deep on a theory that plays right into that feeling.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah, it's a doozy, so buckle up. It's Solar Warden.
Solar Warden. Okay.
So we're talking about a supposed secret space program,
Yeah.
maybe a whole fleet of spacecraft that some folks think has been running since, like, the 80s?
Wow. Back in the 80s, huh?
That's what they say. We're pulling this all from Texto Colado, which lays this whole thing out.
All right, so we're going full deep dive on this Texto Colado thing.
Yep. Big question is, science fiction or is there something real here? Let's break it down.
Sounds like fun.
Okay, so first up, picture this. It's 2010, and this guy, Darren Perks, files a Freedom of Information Act request,
FOIA.
right? FOIA with the Department of Defense. He's asking about Solar Warden. Wants to see what's up, standard stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
But here's the kicker. He gets a reply, but it's not from the DoD.
Oh.
It's from NASA. And they say, yeah, there was a program with that name, but it got shut down by the president. And get this, they claim the DoD wasn't involved at all.
Hold on. So someone asks the DoD about a program and NASA answers. That's a little strange, isn't it?
So I'm saying, it's like, what's NASA doing even responding to a DoD request?
Right, exactly. And it gets even weirder.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. They specifically told Perks to talk to the Johnson Space Center FOIA manager.
The Johnson Space Center, like where they do all the human spaceflight stuff?
Exactly. Why would they send him there?
Like, what's the connection?
Well, it kind of makes you think, right? Maybe Solar Warden wasn't just some desk project. Maybe it really had something to do with, people in space.
I see where you're going with this.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. Okay, so then there's this whole other thing with this guy, Gary McKinnon.
Oh, yeah, the hacker, right.
Yeah, he was accused of getting into U.S. Space Command computers. Big trouble.
Didn't they try to extradite him or something?
Oh, yeah. They were going to throw the book at him, like 70 years in prison.
Oh, 70 years. Whoa, that's serious.
For hacking.
Yeah.
Seems a little extreme, doesn't it? Makes you wonder if maybe he stumbled onto something they really didn't want out there.
I mean, if it was just some harmless stuff, why all the fuss?
Right. Anyway, McKinnon claims he found files about non-terrestrial officers and fleet-to-fleet transfers.
Okay, now that sounds straight out of Star Trek.
Right. Oh, and guess what else he said he saw?
Let me guess. Solar Warden.
Bingo! Now, here's where it gets wild. According to McKinnon, he found descriptions of the Solar Warden fleet.
A whole fleet, like multiple ships.
Yeah, he said there were 8 motherships.
8, like 8 motherships, all part of this Solar Warden thing.
Yep, cigar-shaped, each one bigger than 2 football fields put together. And then there were, like, 43 smaller ships, too, probably for scouting and stuff.
Man, that's a lot of spaceships. If that's true, that's some serious firepower, right? Makes you wonder what it's all for.
I know, right? And hold on, there's more. McKinnon said this wasn't just a U.S. thing. He claimed there were people from Canada, the U.K., Italy, even Russia and Australia all involved.
Really? So an international space fleet.
That's what he said. Imagine that. And he claimed it all operated under the U.S. Naval Network and Space Operations Command, with, like, hundreds of personnel, testing and launching all this advanced tech from secret bases, including Area 51.
Okay, so Area 51, that's where all the alien rumors come from, right?
Yeah, that's the one. And if even a little bit of what McKinnon's saying is true, it means there's a whole lot more going on up there than anyone's letting on.
That's for sure. I mean, think about it. If they've got technology like that, what else could they be hiding? Makes you look at all those UFO sightings a little differently, doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, obviously not every weird light in the sky is Solar Warden, but...
But it makes you wonder, right? Could some of those sightings be connected to, advanced tech like this?
Exactly. So here we are. We've got this strange FOIA response, then McKinnon and his wild story about a whole space fleet, and on top of that, all these UFO sightings that are getting harder and harder to just dismiss.
It's a lot to process. It's like we've got these pieces of a puzzle, but we can't quite see the whole picture.
Right. And that brings us to the big question, the one we always come back to. If this Solar Warden thing is real, what's it all about?
Why all the secrecy? What are they doing up there? Is it defense? Exploration?
Or something else we haven't even thought of.
Exactly. I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless, right? Kind of like space itself. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. Every time I look up at the night sky now, I'm going to be thinking, what if?
Me too. It definitely adds a whole new level of mystery, that's for sure.
It really does. All right, well, that about wraps it up for our deep dive on Solar Warden. Big thanks to Texto Colado for taking us down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, great stuff. Really makes you think.
It really does. For everyone listening, keep looking up, keep asking questions, and you never know what you might find.
That's right. We might just scratch the surface here. Who knows what else is out there?
Until next time, stay curious, folks.
And keep watching the skies.
Absolutely.